The fluorescent lights of the Scholastic Book Fair felt like a sanctuary. Rows of neon spines waiting like a paper inventory. I was just a kid tracking down a cheap thrill, drawn to the cover art designed to make the blood chill. R.L. Stine possessed a specific kind of wizardry, crafting a playground out of human misery. The dummy speaks, blood expands, slipping like quicksand right through the hero's hands. The rules of that universe were heavy and severe. No matter how fast you read, the shadow was always near. You hit the final page, breathing a sigh of relief, only for the last sentence to anchor you back in grief. A twist ending, a sudden terrifying reversal, proving that your survival was just a temporary rehearsal. The curse follows you home. The trap is sprung tight. The moral of the story, you cannot outrun the night. And for a long time, that formula was my reality. Viewing the spiritual walk through a lens of fatality. A heavy-handed checklist where I was the main actor, trying to outsmart my shame, trying to fix the fear factor. I treated grace like a thriller where I had to save myself, dusting off my behavior like a trophy on the shelf. But every time I thought I'd finally won the fight, the basement door would swing open in the middle of the night. The old habit returned. The mirror revealed the stain trapped in a loop of my own inescapable pain. A perpetual cliffhanger, a cycle of human limitations stuck in a script that offered no real salvation. But then the gospel flipped the architect of the plot, breaking the code of every single trap we bought. It is the anti-Goosebumps, the great paradox. It doesn't leave the protagonist suffocating in a box. See, the Bible acknowledges the monster is real. The brokenness is a weight that every soul can feel, left to our own devices. The final chapter is bleak, but the shadows are too strong and the flesh is too weak. If this were an earthly horror, the dark would get the last word, a tragedy playing out completely uncurbed and unheard. But on a Friday afternoon, the author stepped into the frame, the creator of the stars, calling the characters by name. He didn't observe the nightmare from a safe distance. He entered the pages to shatter the dark's resistance. He went down into the tomb, the deepest, the coldest floor, and on Sunday morning, he broke the lock on the door. Here's the twist that rearranges the galaxy. The ending isn't a trap, it's an absolute amnesty, where R.L. Stine leaves you breathless, wondering what's next. The King of Glory stands and completely alters the text. He whispers, "It is finished." The debt has been paid. The power of the grave is permanently dismayed. The dummy is silent. The curse has been undone. The final line of the human story has already been won. I used to read those books just to see if the kid would survive. Now, I look at the empty tomb, and I'm fully alive.